students, today we are going to see numerical methods and probability theory, the third unit from numerical methods and probability theory. So that is numerical integration and solution of initial value problems to ordinary differential equation. So first session, so part 1 is numerical integration and the part 2 is numerical solution of ODE, that means ordinary differential equation. So now we are going to see the first part, that is numerical integration. So what is the definition of a numerical integration? So numerical integration means the process of finding a numerical value of a definite integral is called as numerical integration. So we can simply say that the process of finding a numerical value of any definite integral is called as a numerical integration. So or we can easily say that the process of finding numerical data for a definite integral, that means definite integral means we already know that it consists of upper limit and lower limit, is called as a numerical integration. So for example, integral a to b f of x dx. So here is an example. If I take an integral between 1 to 2 x dx, then x means x square by 2. That is upper integral, and lower integral I got the value 1.5. So this is the exact value, but now we are going to find the approximate value. So this is the exact value. Now we are going to find the approximate value. So next, numerical integration is also known as numerical quadrature. It is also called as numerical quadrature. So Newton-Cotes formula or general Cotes formula is most powerful and widely used numerical integration formula. So here in this chapter, in this part, we are having three definitions or three rules, that is trapezoidal rule and Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule. So this we are going to see in this part. Number one, trapezoidal rule. The formula for the trapezoidal rule is integral x naught to xn f of x dx equal to h by 2 into sum of first and last ordinates plus 2 into sum of remaining ordinates. That means here we are going to take first and the last ordinates or last values plus 2 into sum of remaining values. That means in between values. So this is the formula for trapezoidal rule. We can write in words also like this. So next is Simpson's 1/3 rule. So the formula is integral x naught to xn f of x dx equal to h by 3. Here in Simpson's 1/3 rule h by 3 and in trapezoidal rule we get h by 2. So integral x naught to xn f of x dx equal to h by 3 into sum of first and last ordinates plus 2 into plus 4 into sum of odd ordinates plus 2 into sum of even ordinates. So this is the formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule. So this can also be written in numerical form as integral x naught to xn f of x dx equal to h by 3 into sum of first and last ordinates. That means y naught plus yn plus 4 into sum of odd ordinates. That means odd values. That is y1 plus y3 plus y5 plus y7 plus y9 and so on, plus 2 into sum of even ordinates. That means even numbers. That is y2 plus y4 plus y6 plus y8 plus y10 and so on. So this is the formula for Simpson's 1/3 rule. So next is Simpson's 3/8 rule. So here we are having 3h by 8. So integral x naught to xn f of x dx equal to 3h by 8 into sum of first and last ordinates plus 3 into sum of odd ordinates without multiples of 3 plus 2 into sum of ordinates with multiples of 3. So this is also known as Simpson's 3/8 rule formula. So here we can simply write in words like this, or numerical form we can write like this. Integral x naught to xn f of x dx equal to 3h by 8 into y naught plus yn. That means sum of first and last ordinate plus 3 into sum of ordinates without multiples of 3. That means here there is no chance of multiples of 3. That means y1 plus y2 plus y4 plus y5 plus y7 plus and so on, plus 2 into, now it is having multiples of 3. That means y3 plus y6 plus y9 plus and so on. So this is the formula for Simpson's 3/8 rule. So if we remember this trapezoidal rule and Simpson's 1/3 rule and Simpson's 3/8 rule, then we can easily do the problems of numerical integration. So now we are going to see the problems. So number one, first problem. Evaluate integral 0 to 1 x cube dx with 5 subintervals by using the trapezoidal rule. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to take the given value and we have to see how many subintervals he has given. So he has given the subintervals 5. That means n equal to 5. We are having n equal to 5. So we have to take the upper integral and lower integral 0 to 1. So in between we are having 5 subintervals. That means we can calculate the h value, that equal to h equal to b minus a by n. So here integral a to b, a is 0 and b is 1. And h means the value between values. So n has given the 5. So 1 minus 0 by 5, that equal to 1 by 5, that equal to 0.2. So h equal to 0.2. So we have a difference of 0.2 in between the values. That means 0, 0.2, 0.2, 0.4. The difference is 0.2. 0.4, 0.6. The difference is 0.2. 0.6, 0.8. The difference is 0.2. 0.8, 1. The difference is 0.2. So total we are having 5 subintervals. We can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 subintervals we are having. So h equal to 0.2. So next what we have to do is we have to tabulate these values. So first of all we have to take the x values what he has given. So 0, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8 and 1. So next what we have to do is we have to take the given condition or given integral. So he has given f of x equal to x cube. So 0 cube 0. 0.2 cube 0.008, 0.4 cube 0.04, 0.064, 0.6 cube 0.216, 0.8 cube 0.21512. The next one cube is 1. So here we write x0, x1, x2, x3 and x5. Here y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5. So next he has asked about the trapezoidal rule. We already know that the trapezoidal rule is integral 0 to 1. Here he has given the integral from 0 to 1. F of x dx equal to h by 2 into sum of first and last values plus 2 into sum of remaining values. That means h by 2 into y0 plus yn. Here y0 plus yn means first one is y0 and last value is y5. And between we are having up to 4 values. That is y4 up to y4 we are having. So on substituting these values we get the answer is 0.26. So this is the approximate value. So if we want we can do the exact value. So the exact value is 0.25 and the approximate value is 0.26. Suppose if you want to find the error, then what we have to do is we have to subtract the exact value and the approximate value. Then there is the difference, that is 0.01. So that is the error between the exact value and the approximate value. So this is how we do the problems on trapezoidal rule. So next we are going to see the second problem. So here he has given evaluate integral 1 to 1 by x dx with 10 subintervals. He has given 10 subintervals. That means he has given n equal to 10. So we already know that the formula h equal to b minus a by n. So b is integral a to b. A value is 1, b value is 2 and n he has given 10. So on substituting this value is 2 minus 1 by 10, that is equal to 0.1. So we are having h equal to 0.1. So the difference between each and every value must and should be 0.1. So 1, 1.1, difference is 0.1. 1.1, 1.2, difference is 0.1. Like that we have to take the 10 subintervals. Now substitute these values in the given table. So we have to construct a table. So by taking x values, we are taking x values here. And he has given the f of x equal to 1 by x. So we have to do 1 by 1, that is 1. 1 by 1.1, that is equal to 0.90. 1 by 1.2, that is 0.83. Like that we have to find all the values. Next what we have to do is we have to write first value is y0, y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7, y8, y9 up to y10. So now we have asked the trapezoidal. We already know that the formula is sum of first and last ordinates plus 2 into sum of remaining ordinates. So we have to substitute that values. Then we get the result, that is solution is 0.6905. So this is the solution for the given problem. So this is how we do the problem. So next we are having absolute error equal to exact value minus approximate value and relative error equal to absolute error by exact value. So these are two are the formulas. If we ask absolute error, then we have to do is exact value minus approximate value. Suppose if we ask relative error, then we have to find absolute error by exact value. So he has asked to evaluate approximately by trapezoidal. So he has given the differential equation here integral value by taking n equal to 10. So integral a to b, a value is 0, b value is 1 and n he has given 10. So h equal to b minus a by n, so h equal to 0.1. So that means each value must and should have difference between 0 and 0.1. So 0 to 0.1, 0.1, 0.2 to 0.2, 0.1. So each and every value is having actual difference, that is 0.1. So we have to construct that value in the table. So we have constructed in the table. And next what we have to do is we have to write the trapezoidal rule. We have asked the trapezoidal rule. We have to write the formula and we have to substitute the values. Then we get the answer, that is 0.995. Next he has asked what is the exact integral. So exact integral means integral 0 to 1 4x minus 3x square dx. That is equal to 4 into on integral of x we have x square by 2 minus 3 into x square we have x cube by 3. So upper integral and lower integral. So upper integral is 1 and the lower integral is 0. On substituting these values we get 1. That means we are having the exact integral value, that is 1, and the approximate value we are having, that is 0.995. So now we can find the absolute error. Absolute error equal to exact value minus approximate value. So exact value is 1 and approximate value is 0.995. So on subtracting we have 0.005. So that is the absolute error. So next we can find the relative error by using the formula absolute error by exact value. That equal to absolute error is 0.005 by exact value is 1. So we get the answer, that is 0.005. So this is how we can find the exact integral, we can find the absolute error, and also we can find the relative error for the given problem. So this is the problem. So next we are going to see the problem based on Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. So he has asked the Simpson's 3 by 8 rule and he has given h equal to 0.25. So h we already know that it is the difference between the two values. So integral 0 to 2. So 0 to 0.5. So first sub interval. So 0.25 to 0.50 second sub interval. So like that we have to find the values. So already he has given h equal to 0.25. So taking the values h equal to 0.25, we are having the subinterest, that is n equal to 8. So now we have to write the values on the table. So we have to construct the table by writing the x values and y values. Y means e power minus x square. That is e power z minus 0 square, that is 1. We already know that anything power 0 is 1. Next e power minus 0.25 square, that equals 0.9394. Like that we have to find all the values. Now after finding all the values, we have to write that the first value is y naught and here the last value is y. So he is asked the Simpson's one-third rule. So we already know that the Simpson's one-third rule formula is h by 3 into sum of first and last value plus 4 into sum of odd values or odd values plus 2 into sum of even values. So on substituting that value, that means we have to take a sum of first and last value. That is y naught plus y8. So first value is y naught, last value is y8 plus 4 into sum of odd. So odd means here we are having y1, y3, y5 and y7 plus 2 into sum of even. We are having even y2, y4, y6. On substituting these values, we get the required solution. So our solution is 0.8874. So similarly, we can find out the Simpson's 3 by 8 rule by using the formula. So in Simpson's 3 by 8 rule, we are having the formula, formula 3h by 8 into sum of first and last ordinates plus 3 into sum of ordinates without multiples of 3 plus 2 into sum of ordinates with the multiples of 3. So on substituting these values, we have having the solution 0.886. So this is how we can do the problems on Simpson's one-third rule and also Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. So the formula remembrance is very important. So the problem is very simple and very easy. The only thing we have to remember is the formula. So next problem here, evaluate integral 0 to 1 by 1 plus x dx by using Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. Here he has given h value, so h equal to 1 by 6. So next what we have to do is we have to construct all the values on the table and we have to we have to write the formula Simpson's 3 by 8 rule, and here the first value is y naught and here the last value is y6. We already know that the formula for Simpson's 3 by 8 rule is 3h by 8 into sum of first and last values plus 3 into sum of ordinates without multiples of 3 plus 2 into sum of ordinates with multiples of 3. On substituting these values we get the answer, that is 0.693. So similarly, we can do plenty of problems based on this one. So here I have done the many problems here. I have done 10 problems, 10 or 11, 12 problems. So these 12 problems are very simple and easy. The only thing we have to remember is we have to remember the trapezoidal rule, Simpson's one-third rule, and Simpson's 3 by 8 rule, and